Hey, Pastor Carl here, and I'm so excited to give you an overview of the EGGspectacular Game Show. All right, it's all going to start out here in the lobby. We have set up a new first-time guest check-in. It's all dark right now, but those screens are going to say family registration, new family registration. And then we've got 4 old iMacs that we found in a closet that we're going to use for new family registration. And then our regular, I think it says kids check-in up there, are going to come over here, regular families and our volunteers, and they're going to check in over here like they normally do. Then they're going to come over here to our Aspen Theater, not our normal kids wing, but a bigger room to accommodate our EGGspectacular Game Show. Wait till you see how we have it decorated. It's going to be pretty awesome. Little sneak peek, but I'll get to that in a minute. So they're going to start out here where they're going to meet one of our awesome volunteers. There's Micah. As you can tell, I'm leading the orange team, and he's going to be the MC for the purple team. So they're going to check in, and they're going to get a goodie bag that will signify whether they're on the purple team or the orange team inside the clapper. They're also going to get some cool shades and some eggs in there. And the eggs will later, they'll get lots of candy and stuff like that. So very awesome, very awesome. So after they get checked in, then they will head into the room. I'm going to explain what these stanchions are a little bit later. But they're going to come into the room, and you can see our logos up there. You can also see our tube dudes, which we'll get to in a little bit. We're going to turn those off now because they're really loud. But we'll have those on just during the welcome and during the worship. And when a team wins, that team will get to turn on their tube dude as they cheer. Now right here, we have our team gear. So we've got some High Point Kid t-shirts, some team hats, and a bunch of fun team stuff. You know, the clappers, the shades. We got some headbands, some bunny ears, some pom-poms, just stuff that the leaders can pick up so they can get into the spirit of the things as we do the game. So we had to set up extra chairs because we're expecting, as always, on Palm Sunday to have tons and tons of kids here. So this is where the game show is going to happen. Obviously, we've decked out one side all in orange. They've got a flag there. And we're just going to have an epic time. So we have filled some bins with orange eggs. There's no candy in those. Those are just game eggs. We've got Velcro eggs. We've got ponchos. We've got baskets. We've got an inflatable suit. We've got a Velcro chest sticky thing. We've got, what are those? Pool noodles. We've got cones. We've got face masks. And we've got all that great stuff. In fact, over here you'll see we have scooters. These are all prizes for Easter Sunday. One of the reasons we do this on Palm Sunday is we want to boost our attendance on Palm Sunday. And then, of course, the big push is to have lots of fun on Palm Sunday. We do share the Easter story, of course. We do have a mini lesson. But our real big push is just to get kids to invite their friends to church. Kind of a low bar, super fun, give away lots of fun stuff, have a blast. But then the big push is we want them, of course, to come back on Easter Sunday, where it'll be much more of a normal Sunday. They get to experience our normal outpost, is what we call our children's church. And then we're, of course, going to share the gospel and pray for a big harvest on that Sunday. So, Mr. Micah, come up here. Let's give them an overview of our 4 games that we're going to play. So my leaders are going to watch this to understand the games, but also if you're going to use the Extravaganza Game Show, I want you to understand how the games work. So the first game is called the Ultimate Egg Toss. Now, because it's a game show format, we don't want some kids just to feel like they are spectators and only the kids on stage get to play. So we wanted to create a game that the audience got to participate. So all these eggs in the bins, well, probably not all of them. We'll start with one bin, but we just have tons. We're going to toss out into the audience, all right? We're going to scoop them out. We're going to throw them out so all the kids get to play. And then one kid is going to be holding up a bucket, all right? Just a clear bucket. And he's going to be trying to catch eggs that the audience is throwing up into the audience, all right? But there's going to be someone defending. So a kid from the other team is going to be wearing some protective gear. all right, protecting their body. They're going to have a face shield, which I showed you, and they're going to have some noodles. So they're going to get to try to defend against the eggs flying into the container. So there's going to be eggs flying, eggs going into the bin. It's going to be egg mayhem. All right, it's going to be very exciting. All right, the kids are going to be exuberant as eggs are just flying up onto the stage, and they're all going to get to go in. There'll be a 2-minute timer, and when the timer's up, very subjectively, we're going to count the eggs and figure out, who caught the most eggs, and they're going to be the winning team. They're going to get to turn on their tube dude and cheer like crazy, and then. Do we show them? Is it in the room? Oh, it's not in the room yet. We have a candy cannon. So we get to shoot off candy in the candy cannon, and that's where the kids are going to get candy for their bag. We'll be throwing out candy quite a bit, but at least when they win, we'll fire off the candy cannon. So the next game is the Velcro egg toss. So this will be some kids from the audience who will be coming up and wearing a Velcro vest. It also has Velcro on the back. So if it gets full, they can turn around. And we'll pick some kids, probably, what did we decide, 3 or 4 kids. They're going to come up. They're going to have eggs with Velcro on them. And they're going to be tossing eggs. Pretty obvious. The Velcro kids are going to be in the middle. The other kids are going to be out there. And this is more of a spectator one where they're going to be throwing the eggs. The audience can be watching and cheering. And 100 points per egg that lands on the vest in the 2-minute timer. And candy gets thrown out, tube dudes go. It's going to be hysterically fun. All right, so that is the second game. Then we go to our third game. I'm looking at my game details right there. And the third game is, basket head. This again is an all audience participation game with the leaders helping. So the leaders, 2 leaders from each team are going to take their color themed baskets and they're going to hold it above their head, as Mike is about to demonstrate. All right, this is what the purple team, the losing team, did I say losing team? The purple team is going to go out among the audience. So we'll have one leader from each team in the center row, and then there'll be one on the outer rows. And again, the kids will be tossing eggs into the baskets. And yes, they might actually toss into the wrong basket. That's just how it goes sometimes. And at the end of the timer, we'll see who has the most eggs in the basket. And that team wins. And the tube dudes go off. And the candy cannon goes off. And the music goes off. And the kids cheer. And we throw out extra candy. And it will be a lot of fun. Then we go to the last and final game. The one that I'm not very excited about. Micah's not super excited about. Because as we've told the kids, one of the games is going to involve those leaders, me and Micah, perhaps getting egg on our heads, all right? So we're going to put ponchos on to protect our very fancy suits, all right? And our very fancy ties and our hats. And it's going to be a bottle flipping game. So you see these round tables out in the corner, all right? We're going to bring those into the center, and we're going to have a row of tables. Micah and I are going to be on a tarp in the middle, and the kids there'll be 5 kids from each team that are going to come up front, and there will be a table here with some bottles, and they're going to be bottle flipping. And on these tables in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables, there will be an orange cone and a purple cone. And each time they successfully flip a bottle on their table, they will run out and advance their cone up a table. And advance and advance and advance. And once they get to the last table, they get to run up stage and crack a raw egg on our head. Carl's all right? Head. What's that?
Carl's head.
On my head. Yeah, that's what he thinks. I think my team's going to be better at bottle flipping. And the first team to smash 3 eggs on either of our heads will be the winning team. And the tube dudes guys will go off, and the candy cannon will go off, and the kids will cheer, and it will be epic. As you can see, we've got a lot of candy there that we're ready to give away. So it's going to be an awesome day filled with candy. Yes, it'll be kind of like that. You got to pick that up now. It's like 52 pickup, but it's 52 pieces of candy. All right, so it's going to be an awesome Egg Spectacular Game Show filled with fun games, egg-themed games. Then we're going to go into an egg-themed gospel presentation, and then We're going to dismiss the kids. It's going to be fun. We're going to give raffle tickets next week for the grand prizes. It's going to be awesome. And thank you for watching. And thank you most of all for sharing the gospel with the boys and girls in fun and creative ways. And thank you, Micah, for helping with this little demonstration. Goodbye.